Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Art and Outdoor Life here with John. So today's painting is going to be pretty simple, I guess, for depending on who you are. So I was thinking about painting a morning scene as we're going into fall on maybe a city pond or a city lake, just a small pond. As you can see, I have my old palette back, and I have mixed in the middle, in the center there, with black and cerulean blue. I made my own Payne's Gray. I'm using burnt umber, gamboge, sap green, and crimson red, and primary blue. So at the top there is a little bit of, I believe it's primary blue. I just wanted a bright sky, nothing fancy, just a bright sky. I was thinking about, somebody walking their dog in the morning at the park, at the lake. There's the gamboge. It's very bright, and yeah, I didn't intend it to be that bright, but it is what it is. I wanted to make it like the sun was coming out, or the sun is, going to be bright, but yet it's still a fall day, right? Fall morning. This is a very quick, very loose painting here. Okay, so I have some blue in the sky. I left some white in the sky, and I put some gamboge more toward the horizon line, and just kind of making the horizon there. On the other side of this pond or the city lake, and trying to get a little bit down there just to kind of outline it a little bit, and just kind of dabbing around. There's some sap green. I don't want to go too big on these. I just want to give little impressions of, yeah, there's some foliage back there, there's some trees back there, some shrubbery. Okay, and that's a wonderful thing about these hake brushes, is you don't have to make anything perfect with them. And they do give natural effects with their bristles, which is amazing with these brushes. Okay, so here, be careful if you're trying this. Because the color is very dark, I wanted to extend the pond further back, but it didn't happen. That's one thing about my videos, is I'm not afraid to show you what I was wanting to do, what happened, my intentions. What I mean by putting it further back was I was going to make it thinner, very thin, to make it appear to be further back, but it didn't work because the paint was already drying and it was dark, a darker color. So I said, okay, well, I'll just add on to it. No big deal. No big deal. I mean, this is a simple painting here. There's some Payne's Gray coming down, almost kind of like for a shadow effect. And then a little bit of Payne's Gray in the sky, just to add some clouds. Not really caring what they look like, just putting a little something in the clouds, in the sky. That is Payne's Gray, very lightly. And if you're painting along, I hope that you guys are doing really well. I do. And we're getting ready to go into the second week of September, and the temperatures here are cooling off nicely. like you can sense that fall is just around the corner. So down here, I'm putting in a little figure, and then I'm going to put in the dog. The dog that I was putting in here, one of my dogs who passed away last year, Rocky, I was thinking of him. So he was a boxer, but you know, this is very loose, and I couldn't find my liner brush, my rigger brush. So I'm using this brush, which it's kind of hard to do. You know, I'm not very good with these brushes. They come out how they do sometimes. But yeah, and a little too much water on the head doesn't go well sometimes. But it's about the idea, right? So, and I was watching a video on Ron Ranson and what he was talking about, putting your subject matter in off to the side. Sometimes you don't want them necessarily in the center of your painting. So that's why I moved the dog and the person off to the right, the lower right side. And at the end of the video, I did find my rigger brush, you know, and I should have been more prepared. So it's always a lesson learned. Sometimes I show up and I don't even have my colors prepared. You know, I mean, they're just scattered around, you know. Anyways. But yeah, I hope that your day is going well. Or your evening, your afternoon. And over here, my intentions were all the way to the left, were to put in some ducks, you know, swimming out of water. But then again, I didn't have my correct brush with me, so they don't really look like ducks. But that's okay. That's okay, that's fine. Again, this is a very loose painting. It's not detailed, right? But I thought some ducks off to the left would be okay. Yeah, I wasn't happy with the ducks, but it's okay. I mean, I had a great time painting this, you know. So, in the foreground here, I'm just trying to get a little land mass and with some burnt umber, and then up goes a tree over here. In this composition, I'm just putting one tree in, one tall tree. And all of my paintings thus far have been from imagination, just off the top of my head. If I ever do, and when I do a painting off a reference photo, I will always put that in there. Okay, that's just how I am. That's just me. So I wanted the pond to seem fairly large, and I also wanted the sky to seem fairly large. Now there's a lot of bright sun just over that horizon there, and you know, a lot of times when I'm painting, it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll be thinking about all kinds of things at once, and other times I'm only focused on certain things at a time. In this case, I was focused on certain things. So here was some combage. I tried to swoop some of that across the lake or the pond, you know, like a sunny sky. Kind of a dry brush. You know, this is not meant to be a realistic painting. I'm just having fun with this. you know, and I do with most of my paintings. I mean, there's always something. I've said it before. A little bit of shrubbery down here. There's always something in my paintings that I'm not happy with, right? Or in, you know, and that's just me. You know, but that's okay. In the end, I get a great thrill, a good release of emotion, you know, that a little bit of creativity, my mind. I get that release when I paint. It's positive, you know, it's a positive release. So, and that's one reason why I enjoy painting so much. So here I am with some crimson red light, just putting in a little bit of red here and there, because like I said, I want this to be as if we're going into fall. However, you know, there are some trees and some bushes that are red, you know, but I didn't want to throw all kinds of colors all over this painting. I just wanted to keep it very simple, you know, suggestive. Well, all my paintings, I believe, are suggestive. At least parts of them are, I would hope. Okay. So I'm just putting some foliage in there and maybe some distant trees. As you could see, these hake brushes are awesome for that. Their bristles, you can shape them. You can, you know, make them thin. You could do all kinds of things with these. Looking back at this painting now, I probably would have preferred to bring up the trees in the back a little higher toward the, so that the sunlight would come just above them. And in this case, I left them a little bit too low, but that's okay, that's fine. So here with the fan brush, or as I call them, the turkey tail brushes, because they do look like turkey tails. I love these brushes. They're very, you could do so much with these too. And I was thinking of, I come up with the craziest ideas. I was thinking about, you know, I've been calling this a turkey tail brush almost since I started out, these fan brushes. And the other day I was looking at one of mine, and I was like, you know, maybe I should stop calling them turkey tail brushes and start calling them the eyelash brush, because they look like eyelashes too. Anyways, enough with that. You gotta have a little common sense. You gotta have some imagination, right? You gotta have some fun with it. Okay, and by the way, if you do enjoy my videos, and just please hit like and subscribe. It don't cost nothing, and you know, and feel free to share my videos if you want to. So now I finally found my rigger brush, but it's kind of too late at this time. It's kind of too late. So I end up making my figure a little bit bigger, and I tried putting different colors in there. And as you've seen, my dog faded away. My Rocky, he faded away, so here when I go to touch him up, I kind of ruined his body shape a little bit. But again, this is all about, enjoying the moment and just creating. So if you are a painter, if you're new at it, just paint whatever you feel like. And remember, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, that's the whole idea. You know, for me, I'm not out to, you know, be a great painter. You know, of course I want to be good at it, but that comes with time and a lot of practice. And when I do, you know, I show my videos here, and they're pretty much practice videos. And then I can go back and watch and see, you know, how I do things. And, you know, but I enjoy these. And, you know, I put them out here publicly for everyone else to enjoy. Maybe somebody will get an idea and say, you know what, I like that. And I'll try that. Or maybe they'll be like, someone might say, I like that, but I'm going to try it this way. Anyways, I want to wish you guys a wonderful day, a good morning, and a great evening, no matter where you are. No matter where you are. And until next time, I will see you again. And put a few birds up here in the background. Is all. Just a few birds, and then sign my name right there. Thank you again for viewing. I really, really appreciate it. Sincerely yours, John.